So the big question is this: how do investors like us who trade options and manage our own money generate income regardless of where the stock market goes, and do it all in a way that lets us make time for the people and things we love, and yet still build wealth and remain profitable? That's the question, and this podcast will give you the answer. I'm your host, Kirk Duplessis, and you're listening to The Daily Call from Option Alpha. Hey everyone, this is Kirk here again from Option Alpha, and welcome back to The Daily Call. Today we're going to be talking about selling covered calls for a living. Is this a myth or really possible? So this is a question that we had from one of our members, and just the idea around it was, can you sell covered calls for a living? And when I think about trading for a living, I think about the income that comes in from a trading strategy. So does a trading strategy or does an investment strategy generate enough income to actually live off of, to pay bills and to put food on the table, roof over your head, etc.? In the case of covered calls, I don't know if necessarily that they would generate a living for you, because all you're doing is buying long stock and then selling a covered call to reduce the cost basis on them. Now, do I think that it's a great strategy for long-term buy and hold investors? Absolutely, because we've even seen in our own research, as well as outside research from CBOE and other options regulatory houses like OIC, OCC, that selling covered calls, even on the S&P 500 index, outperforms the market. So this whole notion that you can't use options to outperform the market is completely bogus, right? You can. And just a very simple covered call strategy can be the first step in accomplishing that. So can you use covered calls for a living? I guess it depends on how much capital you have and how many shares of stock you own. Selling covered calls, if you have hundreds of thousands of shares in an underlying security, can absolutely generate some income. And again, still reduce some of the cost basis in the position. But ultimately, the stock still has to continue to slowly float higher. So I think it's a little bit of both. I think it could be a myth, but I think it could be possible to generate some pretty good income from selling covered calls. It's just wondering if you'd actually live off of that income or if it's just really for portfolio enhancement. So hopefully this helps out. As always, if you guys have any questions, let me know. And until next time, happy trading. Thanks for joining us on The Daily Call. Be sure to subscribe right now for more daily options trading ideas, strategies, and tactics to help you learn how to place smarter, more profitable trades. And if you like what we're doing, don't forget to give us a rating and a review so we can continue to bring you the best daily content possible. We'll see you again tomorrow, right here on The Daily Call from OptionAlpha.com.